Welcome back to the channel, my fellow soap addicts. Today is a beautiful, albeit emotionally exhausting day, and I am so glad you are here with me. Grab your coffee, pour yourself a massive glass of wine, or do whatever you need to do to brace yourselves, because we need to talk about the absolute madness that just went down on The Young and the Restless. I am literally typing this up at 2 a.m. because I cannot sleep, my heart is racing, and I absolutely need to get these feelings out of my system before I explode. I am absolutely sick to my stomach over what they are doing to Nick Newman right now. I mean, I have been watching this show for years. I've been heavily invested since like 2015, and I have seen the Newmans go through literal hell and back. We have seen kidnappings, explosions, fake deaths, and corporate takeovers. But this is just brutal. I can't even process the level of darkness we are reaching with this storyline. It is so visceral and so painful that part of me wants to turn off the TV, but obviously I can't look away. So let's just dive right into the absolute train wreck that was this episode. Nick looks everyone in the eye, puts on that classic earnest Nick Newman face, and swears up and down that he is completely done with the drugs. He gives this whole passionate speech about kicking the habit, about being strong for his family, and part of me really wanted to believe him, because it's Nick. He is supposed to be the golden boy. But let's be real. Anyone who has ever watched a soap opera or just knows how addiction works in the real world knows that you don't just magically stop because you made a promise. People who've never used drugs think quitting is just a matter of willpower. They think you can just flip a switch and say, okay, I'm done now. But it is a literal disease. It rewires your brain. And seeing Nick, the moral compass of the family, the guy who always judges everyone else for their mistakes, reduced to this lying, desperate state, it hurts. It genuinely hurts my heart. He is secretly out there looking for a dealer while pretending to be clean. The hypocrisy would be infuriating if it wasn't so tragically sad. But thank God for Adam. I know some people are loving this whole Nick falls from grace storyline because they think Nick deserves to be knocked off his high horse. But personally, I am just so relieved that Adam didn't buy Nick's performance for a single second, because Adam knows darkness better than anyone else in that family. He knows when someone is lying to themselves because he has spent half his life doing the exact same thing. So what does he do? He secretly tails Nick. He doesn't trust him, absolutely. And he shouldn't. I was literally screaming at my screen, "Yes, Adam, do not let him out of your sight." Adam stepping up as the responsible, watchful brother is a dynamic shift I never knew I needed so badly. Adam has been the screw-up for so long. He's always been the black sheep, the one Victor had to clean up after, the one Nick judged from his ivory tower. And now the roles are completely reversed. Adam is the one desperately trying to hold the pieces together, while Nick shatters into a million pieces. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about the absolute sheer terror of watching Nick sneak around looking for his fix. The suspense was killing me. I'm sitting there on my couch, biting my nails, thinking, please don't do this, Nick. Please just turn around, go back to the hotel, call Sharon, do anything else. But he doesn't. He keeps going. The camera angles were all gritty and dark, making Vegas look like this terrifying labyrinth of bad choices. And who does he find? Who is the one person he actively seeks out? Matt freaking Clark. I cannot even with Matt right now. I despise this man with every fiber of my being. Remember when they tried this kind of psychological torture storyline with other villains in the past? Like when Ian Ward was terrorizing everyone? Yeah, didn't work then either because it's just too painful to watch our favorites get so thoroughly dismantled. But Matt being Nick's reliable supplier, it makes me want to throw my remote at the television. Matt is literally orchestrating the destruction of the Newman family, and he is enjoying every single sick, twisted second of it. Seeing Nick Newman, a man who has always stood so tall, literally begging Matt Clark for drugs, I broke down. I actually cried real tears. It is so humiliating and degrading. You have this proud father, this wealthy legacy character, reduced to a trembling mess, begging a psychopath for a bag of pills or powder or whatever it is that Matt is pushing today. Matt is just standing there, soaking it in like some sick god of chaos, probably laughing on the inside at how easy it was to break the great Nick Newman. Nick is completely stripped of his dignity, and you can see the absolute desperation in his eyes. The writers are really pushing the envelope here. I hate seeing Nick like this, but I have to admit the acting from Joshua Morrow is phenomenally heartbreaking. And then, bam, Adam comes flying out of nowhere. Oh my God, you guys, when Adam leaped out of the shadows and just clocked Matt right in the jaw, I cheered. I literally jumped off my couch, spilled my drink, and cheered. Adam punching Matt is everything I needed and more. It was visceral, it was raw, and it was so incredibly satisfying. Adam didn't just hit him, he launched his entire body weight into that punch. You could practically hear the crack of Matt's jaw. It was years of Newman frustration, years of Adam's own self-loathing and protective instincts channeled right into Matt Clark's smug, punchable face. For a split second, I felt this massive rush of triumph. I thought, yes, Adam is going to save him. The brothers are going to unite and take this monster down. But the triumph lasted for like half a second because this is Y and R, and we can't have nice things. While Adam is busy unleashing his rage on Matt, what does Nick do? Does he drop the drugs? Does he snap out of his haze and help his brother fight the bad guy? No. He has the bag of drugs in his hands, and instead of throwing it away, he uses it right then and there. He uses it immediately. I was screaming, no, Nick, no, at the top of my lungs. It was gut-wrenching. You could see the exact moment the addiction completely overpowered whatever rational thought he had left. His hands were shaking. He ripped open that bag, and it was like the rest of the world just faded away for him. His brother is literally risking his life, fighting a dangerous criminal for his honor, and Nick is just gone. The drug is the only thing that matters to him in that moment. The look on Adam's face when he turned around from beating on Matt and saw Nick using it shattered me. It was this complex, devastating mix of pure horror, heartbreak, and then just absolute, unadulterated rage. You could see the realization wash over Adam's face. He realizes in that exact moment that he can't just punch the addiction out of Nick. He can't physically fight the demons inside his brother's head, but he can destroy the man who's feeding those demons. Adam swearing revenge against Matt, I am so here for it. Give me Dark Adam. Give me Spider. Unleash the absolute beast, because Matt Clark deserves everything that is coming to him. Adam's eyes went completely dead, and you just know that Matt has signed his own death warrant. I know some people are tired of Adam going to the dark side, but in this specific scenario, am I the only one who thinks Adam is completely justified in whatever he does next? If someone did that to my sibling, I would burn the city to the ground. I know some fans are saying this storyline is ruining Nick's character permanently, but I kind of disagree. I mean, yes, it's awful to watch, but it's also making him deeply human. Remember when Nikki struggled with her alcoholism for years? She hit rock bottom so many times. The show didn't shy away from the ugly parts of addiction then, and they aren't doing it now. It shows that nobody is immune, not even a Newman. But what terrifies me is what happens next. We know from the spoilers and the timeline that Matt is a master manipulator. He has already planted poison drugs before. Is this the batch? Is the bag Nick just used right in front of Adam, the one that is going to send him into cardiac arrest? We know Nick ends up writhing in agony on a dirty gas station floor. Is this the moment that leads to his near-death experience? Because if Nick dies, or even comes close to it, Adam is going to lose whatever shred of humanity he has left. Think about what this is going to do to the rest of the family. Sharon is already on her way to Vegas, completely panicked. Imagine Sharon walking into a room and seeing Nick, the love of her life, overdosing because he couldn't fight the urge. And Noah is going to be so traumatized by this. We know Noah gets into a bloody brawl with Matt later on, and now I completely understand why. The emotional ripple effect of Nick's relapse is going to tear Genoa City apart. And meanwhile, what is Victor doing? Victor is back in Genoa City, too busy blackmailing Phyllis with fake AI emails to even realize his sons are in a literal life or death battle in the desert. That is so typical Victor, isn't it? Ignoring the real bleeding crisis of his family while playing his petty corporate chess games. It makes me so mad. When Victor finally finds out what Matt has done to Nick and what Adam had to do to save him, he is going to feel so incredibly guilty. Or maybe he won't, because it's Victor, and he'll probably just blame Adam somehow. Okay, let me catch my breath. Back to the point. Adam versus Matt is going to be the feud of the decade. Adam is not going to rest until Matt is either behind bars or 6 feet under. And honestly, I don't care which one it is as long as Nick survives this nightmare. I am dreading the next few episodes because I know it's going to get so much worse before it gets better. But I also know I am going to be glued to my screen. The stakes have never been higher. The acting is top tier, and the emotional devastation is real. What do you guys think? Are you as wrecked by Nick's relapse as I am? Let me know in the comments, because I am losing my mind over here, and I need to know I'm not alone.